Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness Meets Entertainment in Color. I'm your pissed off host, Chantel Francis, with my amazing co-host, Tamika Francis. How are you doing this evening, Tamika? We're here to talk about Love Island UK Season 4, Episode 8. Is it the episode that ruined the season? Would you call it that?
It could be the penultimate episode to ruin the season. I think the rest of the season might actually be determined by tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't think that could be possible. I really do think tomorrow could determine how
I
badly this
literally do
season
not
goes.
want either of them to go.
I thought it was just me. A lot of people was like, "Oh, he could go," but I was like, "But I feel like there's a storyline that's still like."
Of course, the storyline's still there. There's still her not feeling, Serenity not feeling anything from him, and like them resolving that a little bit. Like something has to be resolved there. Him exploring something with Maddie, who Maddie is like in like that love square that she doesn't want to be a part of. Never got to see Tyler's date with Maddie. So that must mean that Tyler goes home, because if Tyler didn't go home, they would have showed the date between him and Maddie that you saw, like the little secret scene of. And like he said that she was my second choice. We didn't see her being a choice of his really at all with the date. So I think that they must have cut all that out because he wasn't going to be relevant.
Right. And the way they kind of tried to play it is like Serenity didn't know that she was even in play, which I don't think is necessarily true. I think she knew she was in play.
Yes. Well, man, like Tyler got the short end of the stick, because I don't know if you agree with me now that he wasn't interested in Serenity.
No,
but
I never said he was interested in Serenity. What I said was the conversation was fine yesterday.
I thought you said that they
Because
had
I
chemistry.
feel like she did exactly what she needed to do to see if he was actually interested in her. She got it that he was not. That's why I was fine with the
Well,
conversation.
she thought that he was still, though. And
No,
so
not was
after
still.
yesterday.
She did not. She actually literally was seeing what he was going to do, and he literally proved to her that he was not interested in her, which was why I was fine with the conversation yesterday. I still am fine with the conversation.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, I was uncomfortable by it. I didn't find that there was any chemistry. I did not think that he was into her. I didn't think they just the type of asking for affection from him. Like, it can work if it's in some sort of flirty kind of way, but the way that I saw it, it seemed as though she's trying to jumpstart this sexual connection between them, and he's not reciprocating because he's not interested. And so,
which is why I was fine with it, and it actually led right into this today's storyline. Like, he proved that he just was not
that
trying
into
to
her.
do anything.
And so, anyways, my point though is that I like not to put anything on Serenity, because like I do think that she has lots of things to offer, and I think that she would be a great partner or girlfriend to many people in the world. But it seemed to me as though the producers stepped in here because they didn't want the black girl to be the first girl that's exited in the show, the way that Val ended up leaving. And so it felt to me as though he was forced into that coupling, and I don't know if he actually would have wanted that if the producers might have not have swayed him. That's what it seemed like now, even. Hi, Tina. Thank you for being here. Oh boy. Jessica, hello. This is the dumbest thing they could ever do. I don't want Zeta or Tyler to go. Exactly. Why couldn't they just wait until the next recoupling and then Andy could bounce? Exactly. Andy could bounce. Jesse can bounce. Chaz can bounce. Like
it really literally feels like
I'm fine with Isaiah, because even though he's a bit of a hothead, like he's at least, there is a little bit of something going on between him and Sydney, and like he's at least interesting to a certain extent, more than everybody else.
I don't know. A lot of what Sydney was doing tonight, I was just like, really. I feel like not. I wasn't interested in most of it.
It's better than, in my opinion, than like what's this Andy? Like whatever Andy's storyline is, I'd prefer to watch
Andy
it.
could have gone, but
Yeah, why
he
couldn't
would.
Andy gone? He's basically
But
doesn't
the
have a
whole
partner
point
right
was
now.
they would have had to have Chaz choose Maddie, and I don't feel like that would have been a good choice either.
So Dana says I'm okay if Tyler goes because she would prefer for Serenity to stay. V says I'm so mad for Zeta. If she leaves, I'm done watching the show. Yeah, what's your thoughts? If Zeta ends up leaving, what are your thoughts?
Whether I'm done watching the show
Mhm.
or like, if Zeta leaves tomorrow, they messed up their season. She's
That
literally the main character. She is in every storyline. There is no way for her to leave tomorrow and them
and leave
to have
all
a
these
show.
dimwits like on the show. It's so
Let
tired. So
alone that
Andy,
she's the oldest and she's also a black woman. And they've already cut a Hispanic woman on the show. There's absolutely no way for them to send Zeta home that makes sense.
but it could be like Jesse piping in, like, we should give Timmy a chance. Like he was feeling like he was being too tied down, and he wants to be able to, like, exercise his
If
options
Timmy is
without
smart,
having Zeta here.
although actually I think Bria and Timmy could work, but if Timmy is smart, it would behoove him to make sure that she does not go.
I have to say though, Timmy's face with that decision, it didn't seem like he wanted that decision.
Oh
Like
no,
he
no,
didn't want her to
that's what
go.
I'm saying. That's why
No,
I'm
I'm
saying
just
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I do think he has potential with both of them, in my opinion. Again, it's week two. I don't feel like they should be locked down. Again, I don't feel like it's him and her or nothing. I don't think he would want her to go home, but he wanted the chance to explore. He's absolutely right. And I said it last night. I don't feel like he did anything wrong. I still don't
no.
feel like he did anything wrong today.
Well, I think he still has handled, in my opinion, the conversation, like with the question and how that made him feel. Like he's kind of talked about it a little bit more, but
Hmm.
like I wish that he didn't buzz around to everybody else and being like, like I don't even know what like her schedule. Like she's taking all those other conversations with other people. I wish he had that with her, but other than that, like he hasn't really done anything wrong at all, and he's still quite sweet to her, I would say.
Hmm.
So Jessica said, now are Maddie and Serenity supposed to fight over Chaz when they were already about to fight over Tyler? Maddie doesn't care about Chaz. Chaz is 5 years
Yeah,
younger than her.
Maddie,
And
I'm
Serenity probably
pretty
also
sure
doesn't care about Chaz.
I'm pretty sure the the part of the conversation that we did not hear her and Bria talking about is her saying she has no interest in her brother. The only reason why she chose Serenity is because I'm pretty sure Serenity was like, sure, go ahead.
Yeah. I want somebody to choose me.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'll do that
yeah,
for you.
yeah, exactly. And they will crack on until Casa more. And if
Oh,
somebody older and wiser comes in,
couldn't she have chosen Sydney or something? So then it would be Andy going.
oh God, so Sydney could be crying for the rest. I can't.
No, so it would be, well, see, whatever. But at least now she's in that coupling. She could be with Isaiah freely. The recoupling would be happening shortly. It's women's choice, I believe. So
I don't even know because I don't even know how this is going to work. I literally
stupid.
hope Zeta gets saved and they bring in the bombshell of bombshells for her.
Yeah, we need the Ovie
We need an
appeal, the Ovie
Ovie.
effect.
We need an Ovie level bombshell
Like this
guy.
guy has to be like 6'5", dark
Yes,
skin,
yes.
ripped,
Idris,
like
like her, the man of her dreams. And then if her and Timmy get back together after that,
yeah. I
wrap
just
up the
don't want to
show.
see Zeta like grafting fucking for 2 weeks. You know
No,
what I
no,
mean?
no, no.
I know. I'm
Absolutely.
just saying, like, I'm just with what the producers might have in store,
Yeah.
like bringing in a 24-year-old and a 21-year-old guy. That
No,
sucks. Like, that's not somebody that's ever going to be helpful towards the oldest woman in the house.
no.
So I hope that they
It
have
needs
some
to
people.
be like a 32-year-old, dark skinned black guy
That's
Man of her
rich.
dreams. Yes.
Rich,
Goes right for her.
ripped, ready for a
Yes.
relationship,
Yes.
looking for a wife.
Yes. Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's what they need to do. If they do that, it's on. It's on.
Well, I was
Absolutely on.
hoping that, like, because we saw in this episode Tyler and Zeta like chatting a little bit, and he was saying, like, you know, you're awesome. She's like, I know I'm awesome, but does he? Like, I was hoping that they would be able to friendship couple each other or something. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
not
that's what
be
I thought.
dumped
I thought
tonight.
that's what was gonna happen too, or that when he turned, and then he would crack on with Maddie. I don't understand their thought process that this made sense. Last week when Deb and Serenity were single, they got to do whatever they want to. Why, like, why this dumping? This dumping makes no sense. It's
It's
literally
just
out
for
of order.
shock.
It is,
It's
and
just
it's
for
dumb.
shock value. I mean,
It
I
is.
thought that the recoupling was a shock, seeing her just being like kick rocks and then like, you know, shrug them off. Like that would have been good. End the episode there.
Yeah.
Aftermath comes after.
Right.
Bombshell comes in. Like
Yeah.
that's fine. You don't need to dump
Literally.
somebody to have good TV. This isn't good TV.
No.
You're building up the crescendo. Like this
Yeah.
is what they did well, I think, this season in Love Island UK is they didn't just keep dumping everybody in the beginning and bringing in new people and dumping and bringing it, like they didn't do
Yeah.
that. So we were
True.
able to at least develop a liking towards these people. Like I like Tyler more than I like most of the guys in the villa. We never see Felipe, so who cares? Timmy,
Right.
I like Timmy a lot. I think he's interesting. I like whatever the storyline is, it's interesting. Jesse, terrible. Andy, terrible. Isaiah, slightly better than terrible. Like, what are we doing here? Why are you dumping the only other guy that Maddie has any interest in?
Right.
And he's also interesting.
Can you imagine
Anyway,
if Manny doesn't find anybody after this? Like that was bullshit.
well, it's just so
I mean,
stupid.
and it's still stupid because he's still what 23, she's 26, Chaz is 21, Isaiah is 21. I just like, come on, guys, this is dumb.
It's really dumb. Hi, Realnesss. We started it late. Don't worry. I'm starting from the beginning. This turn of events is insane. If Zeta goes home, I can't see myself liking those siblings. It's. I mean,
I mean, it's
the
not their
bombshells are
fault.
going to bomb. They
It's
didn't.
not their
They
fault though.
yeah. Like it's not their fault. Absolutely. It's the producer's fault for using a dumb twist
Yeah.
that like they did not need to do right now.
I mean, the twist enough of having the siblings come in, having them choose each other's person. I was fine with all of that. I knew
I
kind
thought it
of.
was a very strong episode up until that
Yeah,
point.
no, it was an absolutely strong episode. I thought what they did to do the choosing, I liked. I knew who they were gonna choose. I was like, okay, like the two black people about to get chosen by the two black people. I'm okay. I'm still okay, even though it kind of messes up my couple just a little bit. But we gonna get back together. This is bullshit. That was
Yeah,
unnecessary.
it's unnecessary dumping
Yeah,
for shock
shock
value
value.
when it's like I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. You might really like. I think Tyler will go home. Like, let's think about this logically, right? Yes, they do need to add another guy for Zeta and Maddie. Absolutely, right this second, and they both have to be like top tier bombshells, like top. So in the couple, so Jesse and Deb, I don't think that Deb will let Zeta go. There's
No,
absolutely no way. So
that's what
when
I'm
I was
saying.
saying before that Jesse might have some influence with Jesse, like with Timmy, I think that Deb will be like, no, because we saw in this episode Deb talking to, was it Timmy? Saying
Yeah.
like, so what does Zeta not have that you're looking for? And he was like, well, it's not that she doesn't have something. Like, I still just want to be able to explore. And so she's ready to defend her girl. And that scene made me like Deb to see that she is protective over Z. Like I think she appreciates her and respects her. And I think that she's a good friend to her. So that moment made me like Deb a little bit. Did you notice it or no?
No, I don't like that. Anytime she comes on, I kind of tune her out. I'm gonna tell you the
Well,
truth.
she was supporting Zeta with Timmy, so I
And
like
then
it.
I was also paying attention to what Serenity was doing. I was laughing. But
Poor girl.
because she ran right over to Zeta and told her.
Yeah, Nicole says Zeta leaves. I'm out. Bria doesn't belong there. She needs to be on The Bachelorette. I
I
mean,
don't think so.
I don't know about that yet. I don't know enough about her personality to be fair.
I
And I
like Bria.
she's fine so
I
far.
yeah, I liked her. I don't necessarily like her brother. Sorry, Bria, but I I just feel like I wish she had an older brother or a brother that was like maybe a year younger. Like I think 21 is not working in this situation. But I liked Bria, and actually, again, I'm going to say it. I know people are going to hate me for saying it. To be fair, she lives in New Jersey because she lives right near me, and he lives in New York, right over the bridge from me. They actually could have a good relationship. We don't know. I'm willing to let it play out. So she's fine. I don't necessarily care about her brother, but I understand that they were going for this twist. Like
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be fine to watch him with Serenity. I don't think they're going to ever go anywhere.
No, no, no. V says they need to bring Zeta an older and mature version of single. Yes, that's we're talking about the Ovie effect. If you do you know Ovie, let's find a picture of Ovie. Do we know Ovie's last name?
Oh God, no.
Okay, hold on. I found him. He popped up right away. Should we do his Love
I
Island
think
picture?
he's
Is
the,
he cute enough
I
here?
think he's the only Ovi in life,
Yeah,
really.
he might be
That
the only
works.
Ovie. Let's show everybody OV. And he's a maybe it could be him, you never know. All right, there's our guy OV. He's a
Ugh,
basketball
that
player.
picture right there now. At the top in
He's
the second one.
which
Oh,
one? This one? This one?
the wait, where are you? Yep, that one. Oh, fine ass man.
Look at our guy OV. He's tall. He's so cute and he has a good personality. He's Aquarius. Like he's a good catch, Is this him here? Wow, he looks different with hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, like he look at Ovie. Oh my god, sorry, I just totally changed that page. Did you see that? This one? Hold on. Is it still here? Okay, this one. The shirt off when he was doing the heart rate challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, don't worry, Miss T Joy. We are here. We're just complaining about the episode. We probably will talk about more bits of what happened this episode, but we're really kind of upset with this twist. Yes, this episode was really good up until the ending, and of course I don't want Zimmy to be broken up, but it's good for the storyline, good for the show.
Listen, when she went after him with her accent and she was like, "You joker," I was like,
You're fucking joker.
I love it. Oh my god, main character energy, and then that twist at the end. Like, are you kidding me?
Let's ruin the show. Let's ruin this episode. They're like, oh, do you know what? We don't really want to have a really good season. We want to have a bad season. So let's go ruin what was starting off to be good.
And he even said it afterwards, too. He was like, oh, he's like, she sounds so sad. When she was cursing it out.
Oh no, it was somebody else that said that her accent. It was
Tyler.
It was Tyler.
Yeah, but he didn't disagree.
It's like,
yeah.
I love the way she talks. He says,
yeah.
Joker. Serenity was funny this whole episode. I mean, I like Serenity.
That was what I was paying attention to because I was dying laughing at a lot of stuff that she did. Is that she's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna stay over here.
Yes, Miss T Joy. Ovie is fine. He's British. He's tall. He's a former basketball player. Like he is a catch. I said he's Aquarius. We'll say it again. He's Aquarius. So that means we had 5. Ovie,
His only
Ovie,
downside for me.
downside. Oh, really? Is that he's Aquarius? Not that he's
Yeah.
like 26.
Oh no, I
I
did
don't know
him
how
young.
old he is, actually. He might be a little bit older than that. How old is
I think
Ovie?
he's in his 30s now.
You think so? I don't think he's that old.
Is he not?
Let's see. How old is Ovie? 91, 31.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 31,
31. It's still a little bit too young for me. He's 2.01 meters. Yes, you are. You're so handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about this episode, I guess. They started off with the dates with the brother and the sister. I thought it was interesting that they showed all those close-ups of like the fruit platter and the wine glasses. I was like, what are these like luxury shots for like a magazine? Like
Some party
was
planner did a job that they were like, "Oh, this is so pretty." I was like, "That looks terrible."
it's not. It wasn't really good, to be
No.
really honest. um. So, Chaz and Maddie, their conversation was okay. She said that she's the oldest sister. He says that he has 3 older siblings. So they kind of had a decent conversation, but I definitely didn't see any fireworks there. Bria and Isaiah, he's not into her, it seemed, but they had an okay conversation. They also talked about family, and she said family is really important to her. She's looking for someone that's family-oriented. The girls are comforting Sydney, though, because she misses him. She starts crying. She misses him so much. We see Timmy and Zeta, and he's talking about how he feels lucky to know her and all that stuff. And he's like, I'm not taking back what I said, but I want to just move day by day. And she says, like, I feel like the new girl is your usual type. And he didn't really say anything to that. He kind of laughed it off a little bit. But Bria does pique his interest, which I'm like, she's gorgeous. Like, the light-skinned girl, gorgeous girl, always piques the interest of everybody, to be honest. Because they're exotic, So we see Timmy talking to Deb, and this is where I really like Deb supporting Zeta. And it's like, what does Zeta not have? And like, well, it's not that she doesn't have anything, but I just want to have the option to just explore people, just so I can, that's what I'm here for.
I think that was the only thing I got out of the conversation, because I feel like that was the right answer. I feel like that was a solid answer.
No, you gave it. I didn't say you didn't give a good answer. I thought that it was.
I'm just saying that was actually. I felt like a good point for him to make, that it wasn't about Zeta, like, because I really do think he likes the connection they have. But
I think though that he's going to realize that. Him wanting to explore, maybe you should have kept what you got, because he might lose out here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they had someone good set up for her. You know what I mean? Like, if they're doing this twist, they need to come back with a slam dunk, with a home run. Like, they need, like, to save the season, like, Idris Elba needs to come onto the show.
I'm telling you,
they need to
actually, her interest, like, lives in LA, dark skin, tall
model, but rich though, like, or former model. Now he just owns businesses. Like,
they
older.
Need to send her everything to the T, and I think he's going to be so fucking upset. And I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live for it.
I want that. So Nicole says Bria is alpha female. Her and Timmy wouldn't work like him and Zeta will. I think Zeta's pretty alpha female as well.
I was gonna say,
do you think? What do we know what Bria's sign is? Did we talk about this yet?
I can't find nothing about her. I was trying to find her Instagram. I can't even find.
There's other Brias that, like, I'm like, oh, there's too many of you guys, so I couldn't find hers. And I haven't seen it online yet, but if you can find it, that'd be cool. I want to see their sign, because if her sign isn't either an air sign or a fire sign, I will say it will not work at all. You know what I mean? Like, not like her and Zeta, him and Zeta. Yes, the only way to redeem themselves is to bring Zeta almost the total package. Yeah, I hope it doesn't go home. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about this. So I don't think she's going to go home because I don't think Deb is going to let her home. I don't think any of the women are going to allow their partner to keep to keep Tyler over Zeta. I just can't see that because Serenity is going to be like, nope, he can go. Courtney, I think even though we don't see that much of her, I don't think that she would want Zeta to go.
The only girl that would want him to stay is Maddie. I'm gonna to be honest.
So that could be something to be like, well, but Maddie at least has somebody here to explore, give him that chance, and it's like, So.
And also,
hi Matthew.
And Tyler's a god. It was Zeta for a guy. So, yeah.
I think Zeta has to stay here. She's an OG. Like, I don't think Maddie has enough pull with everybody over Zeta.
No.
Thanks, Matthew. I agree. Tyler is probably a goner. Matthew, what do you think about this twist? Are you happy about it as we are? So stupid. Okay, so Chad tells Maddie and Isaiah about the kiss before recoupling. So, I mean, that's the way that you sprinkle in a little bit of drama. Like, I was definitely fine with that after their 2 dates and be like, oh, like, you know everything. And like, oh, you know about the kiss that happened before recoupling. And they're like, oh, what? So the couple comes back and Isaiah was, he was on one for sure. He was definitely not a happy camper.
Okay, I found her Instagram.
So, Susie, what have I been saying? I'm going to start a bit. Okay, I'm going to start a bit. We can take it slow, Timmy. So I don't know. Okay, so she's talking to Zeta's talking to, who was it that outed what he said? Was it Deb? No,
it was Serenity.
And he said something to the effect of like wanting to take it slow day by day, and that he finds the new girl, Bria, attractive, and he never told her specifically that he found her attractive. And so she's just like, you're a fucking joker. It's like Storin's off and you want to take it slow, take it real slow. Now I have to say something though, which is really frustrating, because yes, she kind of blew up a little bit. Yes, she shouted across the villa. But like, look at what Isaiah's doing, running around, like getting mad at people, pulling people over, being, I would say, kind of intimidating and a little bit of aggressive. And like, Sydney's like, oh, you're sexy, like you're making my fanny flutters or whatever she said, and Zeta is like looking like she's like a bad person. It's just like so frustrating that women can't show emotion in certain things like this without like looking like a really bad person, and especially because she's Black. It's very annoying.
November 8th, she said Miami treated me well. Jordan year 23.
November 8th, Scorpio? Scorpio with Timmy? No way. That will not work. Now, Scorpios are very alluring and seductive. Like, they're very attractive, but they are possessive. And I don't think Timmy would like that at all. I don't think that they're going to vibe like humor-wise in the same way that they vibe, Timmy and Zeta. And so, yeah, I don't think that if she's a Scorpio, I don't think that's going to work. Not as well, anyways. So, yeah, Zeta walks off, and I was hoping that he would go at least follow her and, like, talk to her, because she went up to the vanity room. But he didn't, because the next thing you know that she's sitting down again with the girls, talking with the girls after the date. So Maddie tells Sydney about the kiss. Wait, is that right? Maddie tells Sydney that the Chaz told them about the kiss. Oh, see, like Nicole's with me here. Yes, she will try to control him. Isaiah could have slapped Andy and people would still give him the benefit of the doubt over. Yeah, I know it's annoying. Like, I know you want to be so respectful in all ways. And so like I do think that she was a little bit out of line, you know what I mean, like shouting across the villa, but she kind of was like, oh, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna start some drama. She knew she was
She
starting some drama.
literally said, "Yeah, I'm about to go start some drama," and I was still here for it. I'm gonna tell you,
start some fucking drama, get some drama going. And but she looks like a bad person.
She didn't curse at him. I just
Nope.
loved how it played out, to be fair. I don't know. I loved that entire scene. And then when she came back, it was just like, I'm sorry. He's like, oh my God.
I think he liked it. I think he liked it. I think he's like, well, don't do that again, but I liked it a little bit. Like
he's like, Jesse, we're fine. She just, I loved it. I loved the entire thing.
So Matthew says weird twist, but it's going to lead to some chaos. I wish they put Isaiah in danger. Yeah, Isaiah can be in danger. Andy can be in danger. Like they're also not in couples. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with you. This should have happened at the next recoupling, and it would have been a little bit more palatable. Made a little more sense.
It was dumb.
A lot more sense. I didn't think Zia looked bad. I don't think she looked bad to me, but I can see how people can be like, oh, well, she was like yelling at him, and she did apologize, so she felt that she did something a little bit disrespectful. I didn't get that the show was trying to give that vibe. The other Islanders didn't seem to have that much of an issue. Well, she apologized, though. So the fact that she apologized means that she felt that she did something that was disrespectful, that she wouldn't want him to judge him for. And he says, I didn't judge her for it. And like, you know, he accepts her apology. They were really cute in that apology acceptance thing. And then when he's talking to the guys later, it was probably Jesse, he's like, you know, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, like that this is not going to happen again or whatnot. So I do think that there was something about it that was people were curious about the outcome. So I was here for it too.
To be honest, considering she's a Londoner, and her accent, and you know how we do reality TV here, I think actually it might have played well to a lot more people than it usually would have if she was just straight American.
Absolutely. With any sort of was it AA, African American vernacular English? Anybody speaking with that type of tone, I think that people would have 100% like not be down with it. Yeah. So I agree. Isaiah never apologized for anything, and City still takes him back. They can both go. Yeah, they're in like a toxic high school relationship. I've seen thousands of them. Yes, Tim Lee definitely liked it. He was smirking. He's a black guy from New York, so I bet what Zena did was tame to what he's used to. Plus, you like a little fire in your relationship. No, I think he's into it for sure. Like, you want a New Yorker? Like, that's the one thing too. What was it? Was it with you that we're talking about like the people on the West Coast are kind of soft? We kind of want a New Yorker that has a little bit more like edge. Was I talking about that
not
with you?
Me. I don't think you would talk about it with me.
Not recently. It would have been like a year ago or something.
I don't think so, but I agree.
I'm just like not really into the West Coast vibe. People are like, oh, don't you want to be like living in LA? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I vibe with people that live in LA necessarily. You know, I'm a New Yorker person.
Like I just said, if the lottery is really high right now, and if I won the lottery, it's like, oh, like where would you go? I'm like, I can't see myself living anywhere but like this area.
Would you stay in this area or would you go back into the city?
No, I wouldn't raise my kids in the city. I would still live in the burbs, but that's why I stay where I am, because like I can go, like the other day I went into the city, I saw a Broadway play, you know what I mean? Like that's the vibe I like.
No, I mean I love New York. I would move to New York in a second. I would love to say that I'm a New Yorker. I think that's like a really cool thing to be able to say. It is. It is.
It's only after September 11th I would never live in the city again, but that's the only thing, only because I was there, you know.
So Andy, like when he was like, Andy, you come over here, and he like pulls Andy over, Isaiah, and then he's like, you got something to tell me, bro? You got something to tell me, bro? He literally said it at least 5 times. I counted 5 times. He's like, oh, well, why about maybe, I don't know, the kiss or was like, Andy, you're so whack though. Like Isaiah, okay, you're young, hothead, whatever, but like Andy is whack. And even so, after Isaiah does go and does the same thing to Sydney, and she does say like he kissed me, but like I didn't instigate it, like he did it to me, whatever. And they started talking, and they started getting kind of cuddly, and he's like, well, like you like a cookie cutter, his cookie cutter white ass. I thought I was like, that's true though. Like he is whack, and at least Isaiah is on the money with the fact that Andy's whack for sure. Realist says, just imagining my Philly black girl accent and verbiage on there, and they would have removed me immediately. Hundo percento.
Or you would have wanted, or you would have felt like you wanted to be removed because they would have made such a freaking big deal about it. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah. Nicole, he wanted to fight Andy. I know, because he's just like I mean,
I thought he was gonna slap him. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It did look
because
like
people were saying to me or something that they go, this episode's so wild, like, and I was like, why is it so wild? And so I thought that maybe like we were gonna be right, and he gets thrown out for like starting a physical fight. Like I thought that was what was coming, and no, it's the fact that
I might have preferred that than to that ending.
I would have loved to fight and have him removed. Been great. Both of them removed, both of them gone, and then Sydney crying like, I'm leaving with you, like perfect. V says, I'm a New Yorker, and Timmy's attraction to Zeta's feistiness makes sense. Well, I'm attracted to Zeta's feistiness. Like, she's got energy. Like, she has comebacks. She has lyrics. Like, and she's also sweet, and like she's cute. Like, obviously aesthetically gorgeous. Like, she's the whole package, and you want a little bit of spice. Absolutely.
I'll read you my tweet. I'll read you what I tweeted about her on that scene. Again, I am a New Yorker. I literally said, oh, sorry, I have to go through. Oh, Zeta yelling in that accent, pretty damn sexy. I love it. And that is me as a straight black woman.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like he's probably just like, oh, maybe she could get mad and like push me up against the wall. Like that's why he's probably like thinking about like, what can we do together with this like aggression? When they make up, like their makeup sex is going to be so good, you know?
Absolutely.
Hi, Cammie. Yes, Zeta is the best. I better see her on my screen tomorrow. If she's gone, I think I will have to boycott the season. I don't like. I don't know how you feel, Tamika, but I could really consider not covering it.
Covering it. Listen.
I really would be considering it, because at that point there's nobody that I really care that much about on the show.
I can't see how they write the ship. I don't care. There's nobody. Timmy's not going to be long for that world. And there's literally nobody there I would care about. There's nobody there I would care about. I know a lot of people like Deb. I don't know if they kick her out.
She can't carry the show. Down for a boycott?
To try to make Deb and Serenity the flagship of the show, and I can't see them carrying the show.
No, Serenity does not have enough of a personality and style and swag for this type of show. You know what I mean? Like, great that she's has somebody that she's going to be able to couple up with and like start a little relationship, but it doesn't seem like she's that experienced in like the Love Island kind of way that I don't think she can carry the show. I don't know if she can carry Kaz. Like, he's 5 years younger than her too. Like, I don't know if that's going to work. Deb's boring. Jesse's terrible. Anyways, so they better not do that.
And a boring couple, to be honest.
It's all terrible. And then we don't even see Courtney and Felipe on the episodes. So clearly they're not going to be carrying this season.
They literally just at some point when everybody's together, they're sitting on each other's lap or something. That's it. That's all we see of them. They can't. They shouldn't be even dumping both of them. And again, I'm still mad that they dumped Val. I think between the three of them, they could have carried the show.
Yeah. I do think, and because I think that at least Val, when she's dating,
Mhm.
she knows how to do it. She knows how to
Mhm.
like at least be a good date. You know, it's not just like
Yeah.
hammering questions like you know, our girl
Yeah.
Danica. So we see Timmy, Zeta pulling Timmy for a chat, and she's like asking him if he'll apologize. And it was not great that she responded like that. She's like, "Do you accept my apology?" And he's like, "100% accept your apology." Like, I do like how assured he is when he says things. There was, it's not wishy washy. She's like, it was clear that he wasn't allowing this little mini blow up to be anything.
Yeah.
So I like that. I thought it was a good apology. I really like them together. So this end of this episode is even more so annoying. I don't mind him getting mixed up with them, you know, like that whole triangle that was going to happen. But the fact that she might go home because of it, stupid. So Bria feels like Timmy was giving her the eye. So we knew that that was coming, though. We knew that Bria was coming in there for Timmy, like even if the audience didn't pick them to go on a date, like they're going to rig that system to make that happen.
Yeah. Uh, which is why I thought it was stupid for them to be trying to vote him in. Like they would have given him a date with her in the first place because it's beyond obvious she just dates black men or is attracted to the two black men that were there. It didn't seem like unless there was a date we missed because there was nothing going on with her date with Isaiah.
No, nothing. So in the morning, we hear that Sydney dreamed of Isaiah. And I'm like, this girl, like, I mean, you can tell that she's young for the fact that she's dreaming about like this guy. And like, he's not even treated her well at all. Really says Courtney and Felipe are going home on the first couple's dump. Do you think? No, I think it's going to be
Mm,
probably Maddie and Maddie doesn't have somebody right now, but
it'll be Maddie and Andy
if they're
if
together
they're
still, yeah,
coupled.
Maddie and
Yes,
Andy.
if they're coupled up still together, Maddie and Andy.
Wait, they're oh no, they might do separate and allow them both to be gone.
Yeah.
Jessica asked if we caught Tyler tripping down the stairs when Zeta and said Timmy were kissing. I did.
It was hella hilarious.
What did he say to her there? Like you're such a brat, was it?
Yeah, that's when he said you're such a brat.
And she's like, oh God. And I was like, you're so cute. Don't hate me. I voted Timmy to go on a date with Bree. I don't care. Like it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Um, it was gonna happen no matter what. But should have done something else. I mean, they're gonna do it anyways. That's what the producers wanted. Like they made that happen because maybe that was a twist that wasn't going to happen. You know, because neither of them like dated the people they went on their dates with. So
true.
It didn't matter what the audience asked for.
Because even Chad said he felt like he was being kept away from Serenity.
It's interesting. That he'd be kept away from Serenity though. But I guess there's nobody for him right now. This show's so annoying. Like I was giving it props. I'm like, this season's so good so far. I'm really enjoying it. And then they, with a set of siblings, just like killed it.
I don't know. Why is it that Love Island season 2 just was so magically staged properly, and the subsequent seasons they've been doing bullshit.
I think season 2 had an ITV person that was on the production team.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if 3 and 4 do or not, but that could be part of it. So in the morning though, they're also talking. The girls are talking. I was mentioning how Sydney dreamed of Isaiah. And then poor Zeta's just like, you girls are gonna have to help me because I know that Bria's coming in here to steal my man.
Yeah.
She basically doesn't want to have an energy to fight over some freaking guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that will be the move though, is just to be like, crack on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Crack on. We'll have somebody else come in for me. We'll see you sweat a bit. Then I'll choose. The boys are talking to Timmy, and he's like, "I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt here." We know it's because he really likes it. And that's when Tyler was saying that he likes the way that she talks. And then we hear Tyler say that Maddie was in his top 3, and so that's when I was like, "Yep, that's there's Serenity and him are done." Like as soon as he wants to explore something with somebody else this quickly, like I was like, yeah, I think you did a producer a favor for this week. So the boys though are worried that the siblings are going to be the mole because like if they have a conversation with one of them, they'll tell the sibling and it'll get back to the girls or whatnot. And so I thought that was interesting that they don't trust the siblings in the house, which I think is kind of funny. So Serenity was really upset. This is probably where people thought she was kind of funny because she wore, and I noticed this actually. I don't know if you did as well. Before they were going to bed, she was wearing kind of sexy lingerie, like some like a matching set. And she went to get to the bed, and Tyler was already sleeping. And I was like, "You're already sleeping on Love Island while the lights are still on?" Like without
I
like
didn't notice.
did not. Yeah, so he was
No,
already
I
like
didn't.
sleeping when she was like she sees him and like she just gets in her sexy lingerie and like
Yeah.
he probably wasn't asleep. I think he was faking sleeping.
Mm.
Well, anyways, so she was upset that he didn't notice her outfit, and didn't make her feel comfortable or secure with the new girl coming in, and then she starts kind of crying a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, I can feel this coming. Feel this coming." So I don't believe Chaz when it comes to Serenity. I'll let it play out, but I don't see it. And Serenity will think he's too young anyways. He is too young. Nicole says, I think that they did it because during the challenge, all the Islanders kept saying how Zimmy had no interruptions in their relationships. We knew it was coming. We knew that they were going to want to break this up, or put some interference
all of
here.
this again, which is why
It's fine.
all of this with Chaz and Bria, I have no problem with. We knew it was coming. This surprise dumping is dumb.
Yeah, definitely with who it is. Cammy, I feel like the season is juicy, but it's giving us nothing at the same time. It was juicy up until the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Because they just killed at least one storyline.
Two storylines.
At least one, because like one person's going to stay, right?
Right.
So either we're going to see Tyler explore Maddie, which will probably be kind of boring, especially since Serenity's a couple of chats, so there's no real tension there. It doesn't really matter that much, unless Serenity pops off at Tyler for like moving on to Maddie right away. So that could be something that happened there. And then we know
got as far as the popping off that we're going to get when they were by the pool. That was it. I don't think we're getting more than that.
She might though if she has another guy though. So Jessica says, I don't believe. We did that one already. Tyler also told himself when he said his love language is physical touch and he isn't initiating anything. Yeah, exactly. It like it was. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand why he's playing with her emotions. I really do think it was the producers that were like, hey, can you please pick Serenity? And it ended up making him probably leave the villa unless the producers step in and get rid of Zeta because they're probably more comfortable with that. Pretty weird that Tyler's love language. Yes, exactly. Agreed. So the siblings get a text. We find out they're going to be choosing for each other. Okay, that's a fine mini twist. Like, who cares? Bria's talking to Jesse and she gives him a 10 out of 10. Really? Oh, you're better looking in real life. He's like, oh, thank you.
Scorpio, though, right?
Would be better with, yeah.
He would be better with the Taurus.
Yeah. See, that's what probably what's going to happen is she's going to come in there. She thinks she wants Timmy. They're not going to vibe out properly. She probably will vibe with Jesse, and then she'll go in and mess up things for Deb. And then Timmy will be left either with pardon?
I said I will be here for that entire thing.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because I could see that because she will have more game than Deb, I think, does. They will have a good vibe for sure. Yeah, that could. I mean, that's interesting. And then Timmy will be all by himself, or like not with Zeta, but that could be interesting to see how that plays out, like, if that goes that way. I don't think that him and Bria are going to work out those signs. I know people think that it's not a big deal, but it barely ever fails. Like, you're always like, oh, that makes sense now.
Well,
So
who else
Chaz
is a
pulls,
Taurus? So then it would either have been her with Andy again. Why didn't she pick Andy? Ugh, just dumb. It's just
well, Andy and her don't really vibe. I think it would have been better to pick Jesse. She thought Jesse was hot, at least.
yeah.
So Chaz also pulls Deb and Maddie for chats. Bria pulls Timmy. And she talks about, like, yeah, like, you're humble, but you still have, like, big dick energy. And
Mhm.
what he really wants is to watch the movie of life with someone and have a really good friendship. And I think they look good together, absolutely. But I really think that he has a better vibe from, like, what I'm experiencing between them with Zeta. So people are asking Zeta if she's worried, and she's like, well, I can't really be bothered to be worried. Like, he's going to do what he's going to do. I know what I have to offer. I know what we have, and I'm confident in that. So Tyler and Serenity are gay, and he's not looking at her again. And she's just like kind of asking for more from him. And so he's going to try his best. And we know that trying is failing with honor. You do or you do not. So I was like, that's not going to happen. Then Sydney was with somebody. I didn't finish writing my sentence, so I don't know what I was going to write there. And then we find out that the siblings are doing something. What am I writing? Oh my god, I was just like taking notes, and then I'm like,
I'm trying to think. I know she did pull Isaiah for a chat. I don't know if it was at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It was like some of those storylines are just not interesting me, so it was
Exactly.
really hard to like follow them because I really did not care. But
We can jump over them. I don't
yeah.
need to talk about them. So she goes for a talk. Maddie goes for a talk. Wait, Tyler gets Maddie for a talk, and they're talking about how they feel. And he does say that I'm interested in you. And it was also nice for Maddie to have somebody that was interested in her. I know she said she doesn't want to be second choice, but like, she had somebody that was expressing interest. And so the fact that also that is being ripped away prematurely, I'm like, you guys are stupid. You guys don't know how to produce a show.
No.
Or do it anyways. So, oh my god, though, when Tyler was sitting on the stairs after he came back from his chat with Maddie, and Serenity, like a buddy boiler, was just like, how did your chat go? I was like,
I'm
he's
telling
sitting
you, this
behind her.
entire episode, not the biggest fan of Serenity, but she was hilarious the entire episode. She just still can't she's not gonna be able to carry the show, but this was a solid Serenity episode.
But so he's like, oh yeah, I gotta talk to you about it later. I was like, man, this is bad. This is bad. She was getting angry, absolutely.
I mean,
so
actually, to be fair, getting rid of Tyler, because he's what, like 22, 23, actually makes sense. If they bring in somebody older, I think actually that would make sense.
They could have just cut somebody else. They could have saved this twist for another time. They did not need it here. It's not like it's going to impact the show that much. They have enough beds. Like, it's fine.
They have extra beds. So it's like, how is it that Chaz and Bria got their own?
Right? And now, but you have to dump somebody? Like, you're so stupid.
So funny.
So Bria wants to look out for her brother. Oh, the siblings chat. Yeah, they're talking about like who each other likes and stuff like that. That's what that was. So we have basically a coupling ceremony where the siblings are picking for each other, and we get that Bria chooses Serenity for Chaz. I knew that was coming. And then Chaz chooses Timmy for Bria. Oh my god, these names. And so, like, I did love though when Zeta was like, kick rocks. I like her little flare-ups are good. And he goes up there and he hugs Bria or whatever. And then we get the twist revealed, like an Islander is gonna, one of these two are gonna be leaving tonight, and it's gonna be chosen by you guys. And so she's just standing there looking fire, like pissed. Timmy, honestly though, I really felt that Timmy looked like I don't want her to go.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like to me.
He looked a little upset. He looked shocked. So
he was just like I don't want her to go. I don't want my girl to go.
Yeah.
So for something that's a maybe that he doesn't even know if he's into or not. So that is pretty much the end of the episode. Was there anything else that went on that you want to talk about?
No. Not to beat a dead horse. If Zeta goes tomorrow, I think they screwed up their season.
Yeah, 100%. Miss TJ says, but he never talked to her, and I didn't appreciate that. Who? Tyler?
Huh? What?
Tyler didn't talk to her?
He might have. It's an edited show. They edit stuff out.
But it also, it didn't. It seemed like it also went right into the recoupling. I could see like he didn't have a chance yet.
But it couldn't have went right into the recoupling because they were all like dressed up. So like that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, it could have been like a later at night or like when we're in bed, like we'll have a conversation or like, you know what I mean? Like they might not have had a chance. They would show that if they had a conversation, I would think.
They seem to be cutting out certain conversations on this season, to be honest.
So Miss TJ wants to know, what do we think about Zeta not wanting Timmy to touch her? I mean, I'd be pissed.
I would be pissed, so.
Just get off of me. Like, get off of me. Like go be with your girl. Whatever. Do what you want. Don't touch me. I would be the same way. I don't like being touched really anyways. So like if like now you're giving me the ick because like now you're with some other girl, like get off me. So
what was she supposed to do? Like hang off of him?
Like be like, oh baby, don't leave me. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Like I think that also like he likes that little bit of an attitude. So I think that he was also fine with it. I'm fine with it. Anything she does, I'm fine with it. So she's a star, and they better not ruin this season for their bullshit. Anyways, well, thanks everybody for being here for this late night stream. Tamika, are your allergies okay? Like, do you need some Claritin
right now in the middle of the night? I always say, oh, they wouldn't never do that. And then we saw last season they did that bullshit with Giovanni and Wes and Amy and Cash.
Yeah, they know how to fuck things up, eh? Tyler is just there. I mean, he would have been involved in things if he got a chance. Like, I really do think that the producers heavily encouraged him to pick Serenity, and now he's involved in Baby being dumped, which is very annoying because of the fact that he wasn't that interested in her, you know? Yeah, they always disappoint. Cammy, you're so right. I'm so sad. Okay, well, let's hope for the best. I mean, the best would be that they just kidding, April Fools, nobody goes home. No, or Andy goes home. Like, that'd be great. But I don't know. Anyways, thanks everybody for being here. What were we gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping that too, for a twist that it's not true, or that the person they choose gets like
they go to the hideaway, or they go on a date.
Yeah.
Like, did they say dumped or leaves the island?
I don't know. I couldn't.
Maybe they said, okay, maybe they said the Islander will leave the island tonight, and maybe they'll leave and go into like a secret room. They go into the hideaway, and then they have like a secret date, and then they come back with like some new guy.
Yeah.
Or girl.
Let's hope. Because this
that could save it. That could save it. I didn't listen to the direct, like I don't remember what the language was, because I was like, are you dumb? Like, why'd you do this? Anyways. So we will be back here tomorrow. Oh wait, did these all? No, these were not all gone. Tomorrow at 6:15 Eastern, we'll do today's episode and tomorrow's episode, double header tomorrow. Tamika, what do you have going on that you'd like to share with the peoples?
Not much. Just not much right now. But my Twitch streams are down for now.
Are you still streaming or just not streaming at all?
I didn't stream it all, just
Why
in
don't
case they were
would
watching me.
you could
But
try if you want to do just like make another channel
yeah,
and just
so
like make a dead channel.
I either might have to be stealth to make another channel, or I can't save the episodes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not saving the episodes is fine if people are
Yeah,
there at least.
I might do it live and then drop the episodes off. So if you miss it, you miss it, kind of thing. But yeah, so we'll see.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here. Thank you, Tamika. You can go to sleep now, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to the channels, both of ours, please. Entertainment in Color and Reality Realness. Like this video. And in the comments, let us know how terrible this twist is. Like, let's keep the rant going. Let's give this energy. Like, we need this to blow up so that Paramount, what is it on? Peacock knows that we're not happy with what they're doing here. Like, we need to make our voices heard here for sure. So please comment. Let's just like get the buzz going about how bad this twist is and how it's going to ruin the season. Other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow for Love Island UK. We have like 4 or 5 episodes left. So really at the home stretch. Thank goodness, because I'm tired. Anyways, bye everybody. Good night.
Bye.